Hello, Heroclix land. Welcome back to Talkn Clix, where we celebrate the heroes of Heroclix. We have a very special hero tonight. Scott, who we got tonight?
Tonight we have Grover G-Man Smith. I don't know
Hello,
his rank, so I
Grover.
can't announce him properly.
It's major right now.
Major Grover G-Man Smith.
You said for right now. Why you say right now?
So I am up for battalion command, which will put me in an O5, so I'll be a lieutenant colonel. So I'm in that window for promotion right now.
Is that why you're calling us from Alabama?
It is exactly why I'm calling you from Huntsville, Alabama. I had to come out here for my education requirement for my next promotion. So what we have is primary military education. So this is called Command Staff General College. So it's the precursor to be able to promote to lieutenant colonel. And then it's a requirement for command to be able to command a battalion. So that's why I'm down here, so I can get that knocked out and then be able to get promoted and be in charge of a lot of kids.
Congratulations. That is no small achievement.
Yeah, it's what 19, almost 19 years in the making. So it's a long road, but definitely worth it if you can impact junior soldiers' lives, young leaders, and develop that next generation.
Excellent. So you've already answered basically one of our questions during the military. So my next question is, do you have a nickname? Or did you when you first started?
So in basic training, the lead drill sergeant gave me the nickname Pimpin'. Um, so that's a funny story because I there was a female drill sergeant because it was co-ed for Leonard Wood. We had females on one side, males on the other. But I was married at the time and getting ready to have my first kid. So I was trying to talk nice to the drill sergeant so I could get my letter to see, the ultrasound pictures and stuff like that. And the lead master or the lead drill instructor was heard me talking kindly. So then he started calling me pimpin', like I was, some type of pimp.
You're
And
trying to get some digits off somebody.
right. I just wanted my mail.
So, you were already married with a child on the way. How old were you when you enlisted?
32.
Wow.
Yep.
And you got 19 years in. Okay.
Yeah. So I was a director of food and beverage outlets, executive chef for the Hyatt. So I used to travel around fixing their restaurants, making them profitable, designing their new spaces. And then a friend of mine who was in the guard uh, asked me if I wanted to, and initially I didn't, but then I would see all these young kids that are deploying, and I was like, man, these guys are dumb as shit. Um, like
Not
who's in
just
charge?
soldiers.
Who's in charge of these kids, right? Like, um, so then I was like, I went back and talked to my girlfriend, soon to be wife, about joining. And she was like, if that's what you feel like you need to do, then do it. And so with her support, I did. But the way it works is right. You join or you sign up, and you take your ASVAB, and you do all this medical testing. Well, while that's happening, we find out she's pregnant. Well, we've already been together for a few years by then, and it's like, hey, I know this is really rapid, but let's go ahead and get married. So then, while I'm doing this, then my insurance, because you leave one job to go do the military. Well, that insurance stops and you fall under TRICARE. So then I was like, well, my civilian insurance isn't going to cover this because I'm no longer going to be underneath that. If I do the military thing, then I can't have her as a dependent
Without
while I'm
marriage.
in the military. So it's just one of those things where you just like, we know we're going to be together. Let's just do it. And so it was like we finally, with the marriage certificate and all that, right? 3 days before I leave, we actually get married. So it was very rapid, but best choice ever made. Now we've got 2 kids. Both of them are juniors in high school, so they're getting ready to start their whole new adventure. So very exciting time.
Do they play Clix?
So they used to a little. Am I allowed to cuss on this?
Yeah.
Okay, those little fuckers, right? So they used to play Clix with. Actually, let me back this up, right? So I started playing Clix when it very first came out. Like I have all the original sets, right? Then, like started having a family, and it's just one of those things where I was gone and all these things. So I took a pretty good sizable pause right when the Thor set came out, right when they transitioned, and then NECA bought them. All the way until Isaac was probably 8. And then he's like, hey, what are these? And so we started playing, and then he got me back into the game. And then like we would go and do tournaments together. It was fun, father son kind of thing. My other son liked to collect them. And then all of a sudden they're like, oh, I'm too cool for this. And so, but I was like, but I really like it. This is good. This is good. So he's actually, they're the ones that got me back into it, which I'm very grateful for that as well, because the community has grown so much since I played originally. Now, the crazy thing is I used to be really good. Now I'm like mid-level, right? Like nothing spectacular. But I used to, like, the pieces weren't as complex. I don't know. But like I won both Dark Phoenixes at Gen Con. One for the BR and one for the Nationals or whatever they called it back then. And then Wizard World, I won the Galactus. So, I mean, I used to be good. Yeah, I'm like, all right, I'm more here for the fun. I like the camaraderie. I like hanging out with the guys and gals if there's gals. And, just it lets take my mind off of what my day-to-day is, which is great.
So, how about the wife? The wife play?
She does not. She doesn't actually play like games at all. Like it's a struggle to even get her to play dominoes. Like she doesn't even know how to play euchre, and she grew up in Indiana. I know.
No idea what that is.
Yeah, but if you live in Indiana,
it's a Midwestern card game based off of spades. It's very similar to spades.
But everybody in Indiana
Yes.
plays euchre. Doesn't even know how to play euchre. So yeah, so she doesn't play games. She tried once to see if she'd like D&D. Nope.
So what does she think about your hobbies?
Oh yeah, so we did the entire basement used to be mine because I have so much. But like now we redid the entire basement, but we did a purpose build for my hobbies. So there's like I have this whole like designed out space that has like all my comic books, all my Clix figures, and I mean they're the shelves are deep enough for a long box to slide in and out of, right? So purpose designed. Then we did built-in shelves because I wanted the under the staircase to be alcoved out, and then built-in shelves with lights behind it so it shines across. So I have like some of my favorite teams I've ever played on those. And then I've got 2 huge mahogany display cases of some like different figures I've won over the years that just like bring up good memories. And so she supports 100%. She actually is, over the last few years, has even been like, hey, you need to go play. Like, go play. Go. You enjoy hanging out with your friends and playing this game. So it's been just a refreshing relationship that I can like be who I want to be, but she doesn't have to be that, right? She has her things she gets to go do, and she doesn't harp or nag or anything like that, and allows me to really kind of be who I want to be, which I like playing Clix. So
That's awesome. I know you're not home right now, but you should, if you have any pictures you can send me of your Clix dungeon, I'd like to post it with the video.
sure, yeah. I mean, I've got a couple on my phone. I have to put glasses on now. Can you
Well, you don't
believe
have to do
that?
it right now. I'm just saying.
I know.
Hey,
I'm just,
you know,
it's just like I can't even see my phone anymore without glasses. Ridiculous.
I hate wearing these things, and I've had them for about 12 years now. I'm like, the peripherals still messes with me. I can see my hands right here. They're like behind my eyeballs, and I can still see them, but the peripherals.
So my problem is close. Like I can see far, but like it's just reading. I think it's just years of being on a computer and just like your eyes kind of being burnt in, and then I don't know. I mean, 20 years of being an MI officer, all you do is sit on a computer and you're going through data and looking for threats, and it's just a lot. But yeah, so now I can't read without them. I'm thinking about getting LASIK though, because the real frustrating piece is I can't see the writing on my cards, my Heroclix, and I'm like, what is that? What is that? Oh my god, where are my glasses?
Oh man, the LASIK thing that they've been doing lately is like one eye gets to see far, one eye gets to see close. So
What if both see far fine? I just needed to be able to focus.
to see close.
Yeah, that's all I need.
Do you remember the first time we met?
Let me think here. Was it at Gen Con?
No, close. It was the Kilted Classic that PJ put on.
Oh, yeah. You told me about your team before I had to face
Yep.
it. It was great.
Here's
all my weaknesses. Oh,
I was so excited to meet a fellow National Guardsman at the event, and we hit it off, and I was just talking about my team and my thought process behind building it, and like, it has one weakness, and this is how you take it down. And who would I get paired with in the next round? Grover.
One weakness that takes it down.
Oh yeah. I was like, oh Wes, I'm sorry to do this, man.
That was great.
But it made for a fun match.
Yeah.
It made for a fun match.
So have you had a chance to play in any CCOs?
CCOs.
The Clix Champion Opens that have been going on for the last month?
No, I have not. None of the like the tropicals and stuff like that. I have not. I was gonna try to make it to the one in Tennessee because it's not very far from here. But then I had to actually do work stuff instead of just class stuff. So I had to miss that. The only thing I've really been playing while I've been down here is helping them. We were doing 300 modern to get them ready because several of the new kids that play down here in Huntsville, because there's 4 or 5 of them, like getting them kind of caught up. They used to be Magic the Gathering players, and they're like, oh my gosh, really like this better. So just kind of showing them the ropes, and then they're going to go play. The last big tournament I did was the Heroes for Huntington down here in Huntsville, which that was convenient, right? Like, oh shoot, I'm actually in Huntsville this time. Let's just go over, which was a great event. I mean, there were so many people. I think there had 100 or more, like 120 participants at that, which is for a great cause. But did fair on that. Played a lot of BRs, which was always fun. Never know what you're going to draw. So
You prefer building or piloting?
I prefer building. I do. I would much rather build than do a BR because I like to. And here's my problem with my gameplay is I like to build uh, like theme teams. I really kind of focus in on like fun builds versus like something that's just overstacked, overpowered build. Um, like you won't see me use like a collector build because I'm not a huge cosmic guy, right? I probably won't play the Ghost Rider Hulk build because I'm like, I've already played that figure in the past. I ain't sneak that he gets to, pop out a fig every stop click, which is great. But like what I'm looking at right now is a Asgardian build using the old King Thor and Freya, and then trying to figure out how that mix is going to play out. Just because it's a kind of a cool theme, and I want to use one of the goats because those things are super fun. Carries two Asgardians, and then if you have the Guardian keyword, you then can take a costed action. I'm like, holy smokes, you can get old King Thor. He, on first round, can hit the opposite side of the map with Blade's Claws. It's fun, right? Which is like, oh no, I rolled a 1, and you expended all that, but it's just a fun. If you rolled that 6, though, everybody's like, whoa, and that's
So you played back in the beginning. Do you prefer the short maps or the long maps?
So back in the beginning, so what you're referring to as long maps were actually
Yes.
smaller
The
than the
36 by
maps.
36.
Yeah, the maps that we played in the beginning. The maps in the beginning were really big because they had your long range was 10,
10s
right?
and 12s.
Yeah, so if you
Sorry,
had
they were 24 squares by 24 squares, but measurement wise, it was 3 foot by 3 foot.
yeah, right, versus the 2 foot by 3 foot. Now we have the 2 foot by 2 foot.
Yeah.
So so that it's
God, I
I
hope they
like
don't
how
go
the game
to
has
1 foot by 1
evolved.
foot. That'd be horrible.
Oh man,
Look,
you couldn't play on a massive map like that with the current ranges of the teams, or you would have 2 or 3 rounds before you even had any combat. So,
no, come on now. That Icon's Brainiac with Pulse Wave on it, or excuse me, what was the card? Supernova. Like you
yeah,
would TK, like TK was a range of 10. You
yeah,
TK him out, he running shots and says, "All right, force Pulse Wave on everyone for printed damage."
yeah.
That's 5. Here you go.
Well, you used to. So flyers could carry flyers, like the very first one, right? So we had the Fire Lords.
Oh yes,
So you would,
the rookie was the best one.
yeah, right. So you would carry your flyer. Then they nixed the whole like flyers can carry flyers thing. And then back then they also had the elevation, right? So if
Yes.
you were a flyer and your opponent had no range, you could just stay above them and shoot them all day, and they couldn't do anything about it.
Man, the
It's
game
like,
used to be so range oriented. It was crazy.
oh,
Like if you were a ground person, you would stop inside of hindering. You would stop inside of your movement was
oh
half
yeah,
coming out of hindering or while in hindering. Same for water. So you would just be like, okay, I got range of 10 while you're stuck in the field of swamp or trying to
yeah.
mark the cross here.
Yeah, the only benefit is they didn't have improved targeting back then. So if you had stealth, it was stealth. And if you had stealth, you're not coming out into like their range, right? So it's like, how do you maneuver this piece? So, but I mean, I kind of like the fact that the games transition to a little bit more faster pace. I know like players like PJ who sees like the games 3-4 steps ahead, and just lightning moves. Like it really plays to his benefit. Um, but some of the players that have to be a little bit more methodical about their movement because you can get hit so quickly. It's a little bit harder, I think, on that style of gameplay.
So, what do you think the average turn should be per person?
So, it's funny you mentioned that because I was just playing last week and we were talking about what if in a tournament you had your chess clock, right? And so out of your 50 minutes, each one of you only gets 25. So if you burn all 25 of your minutes and the other guy still has his 25 minutes, like you're like exhausted, right?
You don't
Like,
even get to do sidestep or
right.
Heroclixes. All you get is your shape changes and your rollout.
Yeah.
So we did a version of that at the CCO a couple of years ago, the one in Orlando, and putting it half and half didn't seem quite fair because there's interactions that if you're moving on your turn and you're attacking me and I have a prob, well, then my time to decide to prob or my shape change roll is actually eating in your time.
Right. No, yeah. So like, I think that's like action pause, right? And then you do the result, and then next action start, right? Once the action is completed, I think that's it. Because then after action would be like that. Well, now this all has to go into math, right? And some people don't math very quickly.
Well, the combat phase seems to take the most time. So if you drop the timers down to 15 minutes, say here's your thought process time, your placement time, and then goes to the actual combat. Pause the timer.
Yeah.
Roll dice, reroll, shape change, mastermind, dice manipulation, take damage, knockback, mystics, start again.
Right. Yeah. Anything that's like after the result, right? After the result of the attack, would be outside that timer. But actually making the decision to make the moves, I think would make sense. I just don't know how you would manage all those timers.
It would be difficult. See, yeah. I was talking with a couple of guys today about average time. Like we reviewed a couple of the games that were broadcasted yesterday at the CCO I went to, and usually 6 minutes seems to be around an average time. Some guys were
per turn.
No, just saying 6 minutes per person. Sometimes it's a little more, sometimes it's a little less. So that 6 minutes, I think, would be a nice standard to adhere to. But implementing said 6 minutes. I mean, that's including the combat phases.
Right.
That's if you're actually playing sharp. You're going to get at least 4 turns per person in that way.
Yeah.
I would like more.
Yeah, if everybody has 6 minutes, then. Yeah, and usually, so the biggest thing, I think usually people should have their first 2 moves already like kind of built in what they've got to do.
Yes.
Right? Like your opening move is going to be probably the same almost based on what your team, it'll determine how you do it, but your opening move is typically the same, right? If you're an alpha strike, you're going to get in position to conduct that alpha strike. If you're a mass team, you will move them collectively so that way now they're in the right formation for you to move them as a whole.
As a bunker,
right?
Yes.
Yeah. So
what do you think, Wes?
Yeah, I agree. I think 6 minutes would be a nice round number. I think some players need that added pressure to motivate themselves, to not just sit back and let me rethink everything I just did and all this kind of stuff. That have that timeline, I think, would be a nice motivator.
I'm just like, if you watch and they're counting the same 5 squares, like, all right, we gonna name them? Like, what are we doing? Like, this is 11 minutes now. We still are counting the same 5 squares and reading the same 3 cards.
Yeah, and so I think that's too, like, you'd have to think of it as a tier up too, right? So as we try to draw in more players, the added stress on a new player that's trying to get into the competitive play. Maybe that's a separate circuit, and then the circuit that like maybe it's a novice versus an expert circuit. So
Just make
because
a clock circuit, and then you got it covered.
yeah,
Just be
yeah,
like,
yeah,
hey, you
clock
want to play in the
circuit,
clock circuit?
yeah,
I would like to see more games played to completion where everything's been played out. A lot of my matches tend to go like 75 to 80 or 165. Like,
Oh,
because I tend to play teams like Spider-Man that takes away your whole team's equipment or whatever. So now you have to rethink your entire
yeah,
team, but that slows them down to how they play, and so then we get fewer turns in.
that's fine. That Spider-Man team is set to go to time because he's not going to win the long fight
Yeah.
99% of the time unless they have like a bunch of Black Lanterns backing him up.
But you mentioned
But
CCO a minute ago. I did a little homework because I was looking at the results over the weekend, which, by the way, Scott, congratulations on a very good showing over the weekend.
oh man, I did not do great.
No,
I
but
should have done way better.
you took a very unique team, something that everybody else has just been sleeping on, and you did something with it that nobody was prepared for. You want to talk a little bit about your team?
Sure. If Grover doesn't
yeah.
mind,
I would love to hear it. I love hearing
my
about builds. Builds
Uh,
is one of my favorite.
I have issues with my dice connecting with the numbers that I want to hit. Sometimes it's a
Don't we
5,
all?
sometimes it's a 10. I decided to try and take the dice out of the game for the most part. I mean, you still got to roll the dice to make stuff happen. So
Right.
that was my thought process. How can I make my dice more effective? I don't like prob because probability control, it changes the possibility, not the probability. Perplex does that. I've already been on that soapbox many a time.
Right.
So I decided to build around the Hellfire Gala, both
Oh.
the Avengers version and the X-Men version. So the Avengers version, say, have an invite token. And when an Avenger character rolls a dice, you can take your invite token off, switch one of them to a 5. The X-Men Gala figures say their Hellfire trait says if a 5 was rolled, flip the other die to a 5.
Yep.
Now I've made a 10. The Power Gem says 10 is a crit hit. So how can I manipulate this to be even better? I used Doom because Doom had the running shot, the attack value of a 12. He has Psychic
Yeah.
Blast.
That Doom stick.
Couple of perplexes. I can reach full board and a TK. So he covers the Avengers and the X-Men keyword.
Mm-hmm.
I needed to have a couple of invite tokens to put with him. So I used Scarlet Witch and I used Falcon on their low dials. And then I needed the X-Men guys to flip the other die. So I liked Gambit because he's got a perplex. And then Havoc. Havoc says when the double 5 is rolled, you can add +1 to the damage. So if I can make that running shot and I can make that pulse wave says 1, Havoc says 1, crit hit says 1, knockback into a wall says 1, and the knockback separate from the actual damage so they can't play the fortify.
Right.
So I had a few points left over. I put Copycat on the field, and Copycat's my third perplex so I can reach across the board. So my opening strike is I'm going to wait turn 1, turn 2. I got full board reach, potentially doing 4 damage to the majority of your pieces. And I can do this 3 invite tokens, so I can have a 10 attack 3 times.
Right.
Even if I'm going against a Captain America in the Colosseum and the Colossus with the what is it? The Destroyer armor. The pulse wave says it's printed values for their numbers, and even if I roll -2 to my attack for it, it's still a 10, and that hits Colossus. So I had 2 really fun blowout games. I had a struggle against a bunker build with Ghost Rider on stream. Micah destroyed me. He was very nice to let me get that last 10 points at the end of the game. My first game, I played Mike Eskew, former guest of the show. He had a double Kong, Spirit of Vengeance, Hulk, and Mern. And we had a fight where neither one of us missed dice rolls. Of course, I had some manipulation going on.
Right.
Had I got an extra attack out of it, had he missed one attack, that Havoc would have destroyed Mern and a Kong, and that last Kong would have been on his last click. So I killed Spirit of Vengeance Hulk and all 4 pilots. Unfortunately, you don't score the pilots unless you're giving them unavoidable damage.
So
it was fun.
In retrospect, do you still like the team and want to tweak it some
Oh
more?
yeah, I would play it again in a heartbeat.
Yeah, that Havoc, I've tried to put him on several builds just because I think he's so good.
Well, there's a lot of stuff that people aren't seeing here because Doom says everybody becomes Doom team ability. So if Doom gets hit and someone else hits or KOs, Doom can heal. Yep. Havoc does the +1 to damage. Gambit says if double fires are rolled, I pick a hit target and I do splash damage of 1. It's not penetrating, but it's splash damage of 1. So if you have like Mern who just has stop, there's nothing special there. Click a damage. If you have the Captain America inside his arena, he doesn't have any reducers unless he's on the stop. Take a damage. Scarlet Witch is dirty. Scarlet Witch says choose a color, turn the color off. So if I choose white as my color, you don't have stop clicks. Your Spirit of Vengeance can't make pilots.
Right. I love it.
And then Falcon says place an X-Men 3 squares.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I can reposition people. I can position Doom back for some Mastermind. I can position Havoc up to go make an attack. I can move Falcon somewhere. It's just a bunch of position stuff. So the after resolution stuff that does is like chef's kiss. Whoever designed it, I don't know if y'all designed it to play like that, but it worked wonderful whenever it was working.
Do you think that more practice would have made a difference?
My biggest issues was 048 Ghost Rider because Pulse Wave doesn't really affect him or his lackeys that he's got around him, and maps, barrier and maps. If like the Rivals Revenge or Respawn or whatever it is, or even the Atlantis Throne Room, there's only so far that I can move, and then I got a TK. I don't have that line of fire to get that TK out far enough. Or if they're in their starting area, I don't have the line of fire to see over the elevation.
Yeah, that's why I like that Old King Thor, because he sees through blocking, right? So he has that giant reach of 6 with his blade's claws. Then
you only see through 1 square blocking when you're doing that.
Sure, but still, like if the goat moves him forward, really 5 because you place in front of him, then he then moves 4 more, then giant reach of 6. I mean, that's 5 plus 4 is 9 plus 6 is 15.
Is it Aries? You got Aries too? Just get them all.
Yep.
Get them all. Now, my last game that I had was against Romeo, former guest of the show. Apparently, I play a lot of people that I talk to. He was running Gauntlet Spider-Man with Batman and Necron, and he had the Phoenix Pog. And that Phoenix Pog messed up my opening strike because he didn't pop Spider-Man yet. He put the barrier up in front of his stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And by the time I got in position around the barrier, he had already popped and took my my universal weapon away from Doom, so I couldn't make a pulse wave with him. And I thought about it. I could have tossed Havoc out there and got around it and started blowing some stuff up.
Right.
Hindsight,
that Havoc's a beast.
Havoc is a beast.
He's such a beast.
Yes, Grover is a huge X-Men fan, from what I understand.
Yes. I typically build X-Men based theme teams. I'm so looking forward to the X-Men 97 set coming out, especially since they've basically banned all my Hellfire Club from the original X-Men animated Dark Phoenix Saga set. It's frustrating.
Harry Leland was still good.
Huh?
Harry Leland was good.
Harry Leland's great.
He stopped the colossal retaliations.
But what I don't like is that, even the Wingard, right? They could have nerfed him to where instead of having, unlimited amount of mind controls, they could have errated it to, up to 3, right? Can target up to 3. Add that in, then he'd still be playable. Just no different than,
how many times we got to roll a d6 and take half the result?
Right.
Well, since you're such a huge X-Men fan, you're looking forward to X-Men 97. The way distribution is looking like with the sets, It's looking like, unless something, because Wizkids is Wizkids, something could happen. But we're looking at probably end of October for X-Men 97. And do you know what happens a couple weeks after that?
After
Thanksgiving.
October?
Red Riding Clix.
Oh,
I've never heard of it.
Yeah.
So Red Riding Clix should be the first big event after X-Men drops, which means we'll have it in hand. Which I want to do a shout out for you, Mr. Grover. The National Guard Armory that we use as a play area is courtesy of Grover.
It's and that's one thing. So going back to COVID, this is the first time I'd ever done this since no one was able to play that year, 2020, right? So I did the first not nationals in 2020 because there was no nationals, there was no worlds, there was just no nothing. And so, but I took a National Guard Armory, our division armory, which is 3 basketball courts, like is what our like that gym floor looks like.
Yeah.
And was able to space everybody out, and we were able to do Heroclix that year, which then gave me the idea, hey, like this is something where the military can give back to the community to really kind of bridge that gap, right? Like not all people, think the military is great, which is cool, right? I don't judge what they do for a living. But it's one thing that, like, the National Guard specifically, like, we work and live in the community we serve. So I think it's always an important thing to, like, hey, look, we're not all just doing things you disagree with. We're also, the servers in your restaurants, the bartenders at your bar, the guys that, pave your driveways, like, you name it. So it's just one of those things that I think is important, and I'm glad is continuing to work out.
Yes, so thank you very much for hooking me up with that connection. Have you paid attention to what I've been posting about the event?
I've seen the past 2 or 3 posts.
Yeah. So I just decided to reduce the cost of the events. 300 Modern is now only $30 instead of $50.
Oh, okay.
And the price is still the same. I'm still planning on the same amount of pricing, unless it looks like I'm going to get shortchanged on attendance and then I'll have to adjust. But top 16 will get a brick.
Oh.
Holy
smokes.
And have you seen the side events? Look what arrived today.
The bomb. Man.
So I was looking at the warning label on the side. It says, this sauce is extremely hot. Keep out of reach of children. Consume 1 drop at a time with extreme caution.
Can't even imagine what the Schofield's rating is on that.
That is actually 135,600.
Holy smokes! That's like running a marathon. Put that in your body, and you're just like.
Rub some in your jock strap. You win the sprint.
So I don't know. I've talked to a lot of people that said that they love the idea, but they're not brave enough to attempt the hot clicks. So where do you stand on that?
No, that is not.
Oh, come on, Grover. You've been eating MREs for 19 years. You can handle this.
Oh, I'm sure I can handle it. I'm just saying that there's a lot of things I can do that I can handle. May not be my favorite thing. Right?
May not be the best choices.
Right.
So it says 1 drop. I don't want to get a chicken wing drenched in that stuff.
No. It would be like
1 drop
base it on
in other sauce.
Well, back to what I was trying to say a minute ago about the CCO. I was looking at the results over the weekend, and I was noticing a pattern of names that I recognize of guests who have been on the show. And so I look back over Asian units over all the CCO events, and almost all of them have past guests of our show in the top 10. Like every single one, except for a couple, had at least one former guest in the top 10. A few winners. I want to shout out Emilio Gutierrez. Let's see here.
You want me to find it and read it for you?
I got Matt Donham, won in Texas. Mark Bird won over in Australia. Ricky Pergano won here in Indiana. Mr. Wes Summers down in Tennessee. And Emily Rowett up in Canada. So those are just the winners. And then everybody else had a bunch in the top 10. And I'm not saying that being a guest on our show makes you a better player. I'm just saying we have a lot of really good players on our show. So maybe there is a correlation.
Well, I will be back in time to go to Worlds. So I'm going to travel down there, play since I missed Nationals and all the regional tournaments this year. And then after Worlds, and all I have left is Red, White, Clix, right? So
unless the ROC announces states.
Yeah.
Yeah.
States was November, December last year, December, January.
You know, in talking about states, like Silver Age, I don't know. I
think
would
states
like
will be modern this year.
Oh, is it?
I think. I mean, I've heard rumblings that it would be modern. I don't know.
I've heard modern this year.
It seems like you could do both, but you know, states and the Rock Cup and all that. I mean, that's the primary venue for Silver Age, right? Because it's after Worlds. Because that's when after Worlds is when Silver Age starts kicking off. Then you've got like Silver Age going on, and then you start the modern circuit. Kind of kicks
for
off
the CCO again.
Yeah. So I don't.
And Silver again for H for H.
Do you like Silver Age?
So I like Silver Age. I wish it was more Silver Age pure. I don't like the fact that we put modern in it. I think that the mindset is, well, if we take modern out of Silver Age, new players won't play. Actually, what'll happen is new players will buy older figures because they're out there. There's plethora of them, and they're typically not as expensive as your modern pieces. So I don't know why it couldn't be silver, right? And now silver is so big. When does that rotation happen? When now this is going to move from silver to gold. I don't know.
I like the forever format of it. Granted, power creep kind of says, who uses Superior Foes of Spider-Man?
Right.
You might grab a couple pieces of just the low point stuff, or some filler, or maybe equipment if there's even any in there.
Right.
But there's like interesting interactions with powers that were forgotten about, or keywords that, like Wakanda. If you include all the Silver Age Wakanda stuff, Wakanda is an amazing keyword.
Yeah, and especially if you use the Captain America that makes all Avengers, gives all Avengers the Wakanda keyword for 40 points, right? Like, okay. So now your build pool is this from this. So
does your military experience affect how you play the game? Like your combat experience, do you take that into the game?
Actually, I think the game affects my ability to critical and creatively think in my job. Because you kind of get in a cycle, because your job day in, day out. When you get something that kind of like unplugs that part of your brain, you get to plug in another part. I think it helps me stay creative. Like, oh, like I can come up with new ideas. I can think about things a little bit more critically rather than just taking them at face value. So I actually think like gaming in general is a benefit to like my profession. I mean, there's a whole college course like game theory that literally is one of our um, systems that we use to validate our information, right? So I think it's critical, right? When you go into planning, one of the biggest steps of any plan is wargaming, which is literally trying to figure out your success or failure rate based on your plan. And there's like I always play the bad guys because that's my job, um, and being able to do that well really translates to what I can bring from like Heroclix into the game. Well, this piece moves like this and has this range, right? It's the same thing from Heroclix as it is to like the real world, right? When we talk tanks, tanks move this way. They can move over this terrain and they shoot this far. Same principles.
Nice.
That's awesome. I put out this morning for some community questions. We got a few responses. Um, oops, wrong post. So McConnell Lamar, former guest of the show, what are your most and least favorite things about HeroClix?
Well, most is easy, right? The game sucks without the people. It's really the community that keeps me coming back. Just to be honest, right? Like if there's other your games you can play, I'm not going to call them out, but the community isn't friendly. I guess is a good term, right? Like I can leave my Clix sitting on a table and no one's going to take them, right? I can step away and no
Not
one's going to.
always. There's been some interactions where people pick up someone else's stuff at the hotel that they're supposed to be holding for them. They're
Well,
not supposed
I'm
to
not
give
saying
away.
there's not a bad seed out there, right? But I'm saying the community in general. The community in general, I think, is the strength of this game. Um, and we don't see each other day to day, right? We see each other, maybe once a week, maybe once a month, maybe once a quarter if we go to a regional or a CCO somewhere or a bigger tournament. But we still are like, and not everybody, I get it, but the majority are kind to one another, and that's what makes the game fun. Because once you get a bunch of toxic people, um, it changes the dynamic of how you play. It changes the dynamic of your desire to participate. So I would say the community in general is why I play. My least favorite part of the game, um, probably the gimmicks. Like there's always a new gimmick.
You don't like my Hellfire gimmick?
No, not in your design. What I'm talking about is like we used to have the cards that changed the environment, right? And then we
Yeah, the
had
battlefield conditions.
right battlefield conditions that which now we have again. Believe it or not, they're just the one-time use version of battlefield condition, right? Like I don't think we need those like the tarot cards. Did we
The
really
tarot
like?
cards feel like the battlefield conditions. The one shots feel like the BFC, or not the BFC,
Yeah,
but the
right.
oh my gosh, whatever the orange ones were. Feet
Yeah,
cards.
yeah. The,
Cards,
the
yeah.
the orange cards, right? Um, I just I don't know. I think sometimes we get lost in trying to over gimmick the game versus
So what you're saying is team bases are coming back.
right. I have 5 figures and they all pop off. No, I think that there's a purity to the game that it like I understand like rule change and development. But what I don't think we need are you know a bunch of different game elements that are going to only last 1 or 2 sets that you had to figure out for a short period of time that now they don't even exist anymore.
Well, I feel like some of that is they don't work the way they wanted them to work, so then they try and redo it later. Um, like I loved ID cards, but ID cards were broken.
Oh yeah,
Well, retaliation was broken.
yeah,
So
yeah. I mean, they're like.
do you
So
include like alternate win conditions in that, like mission points and stuff, as a gimmick?
yeah, I thought mission points were a little ridiculous. I did find it enjoyable to watch people try to figure out how to get as many mission points by their second round. Right? They're doing all this kind of crazy math trying to build that, which is fun to watch. But like eventually, though, like you're not playing the game. You're playing a different process. Um, you know, I don't know. The randomness of like the tarot cards kind of weird, when we had the battlefield conditions, like you played your fine day, so it wiped out the other guy's battlefield condition anyway. um
Yeah, you basically got one game where there was just battlefield conditions.
yeah.
What did you think of the sidekick?
um I actually thought that was a unique mechanic. Because if you wanted to build a team with sidekicks, right? Like if you were Dick Grayson and you're running the Teen Titans and you have all your sidekicks, or you're, Reed Richards with your Futures Foundation and all your kids, it was unique. And it wasn't overpowered, right? There was no like overpowered. This figure that typically has a 10 attack now has an 11. Hoo-hoo-hoo. Right? Like you're not crushing anything with the sidekick ability.
I don't know. You put enough of those thing robots out there.
Right. But the thing robots also, only had what, 5
clicks?
Yeah, 4 clicks. I mean, you're just gonna like eat through them, and they're gonna lose in the tournament because of the points, right? So that like sidekicks didn't really bother me much because I thought it was genuine to the books because people have sidekicks. So I don't have a problem with that, with that type of mechanic. I think if it's an environmental change or you're trying to change the entire game to focus on a single item, like when the ID cards became like, here's my 9 ID cards that brings in, it's like, whoa, dude, settle down.
So what do you think about
sideline messed it up?
What's that?
I feel like the sideline of Heroclix is where there's a lot of contention. Like the casual players, they're like, to heck with the sideline. The meta players are like, I gotta have a full sideline.
Yeah. Well, and now you can only have 6 pieces on your sideline. Right.
2 per 100 points.
Yeah, and it used to be 3 for every 100 points. Which was 9, right? So
what about placeable terrain?
So I think placeable terrain's fun, right? It's the same thing as like picking the map. Like I typically won't play on a paper map, right? If I get to choose map, I'm going to choose map every time. If I win that die roll, I'm choosing map because I hate playing on paper maps. Like I just hate it.
So how come we don't have people just making everything on neoprene?
Licensing, like Wizkids. So we used to have a lot of people making neoprene maps.
Yes, but I'm saying take our standard maps, Like, how come I don't have the Daily Bugle / construction site on a neoprene map?
Well, it costs
Because
more, and
it's not authorized, or like they don't, a reproduced WizKids map, you have to have the license agreement to reproduce it on the neoprene.
really,
That's if I'm selling them.
Huh?
That's if I'm selling them.
No, you can't play them in a tournament. Literally says in the rules,
really,
cannot use a reproduced map.
huh? I thought it was just
Yeah.
because it costs more to make them on paper, and nobody wants to carry around 15 neoprene maps with them to a tournament.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I
Oh,
understand.
no. I do. I have a yoga bag. My yoga bag goes right on, right? And the yoga bag is the same width as our maps, right? The 24 inches.
Mm-hmm.
So it holds my phone and a drink, like my
Nice.
yoga bag, and it's $10 on Amazon.
Okay, so now we need some Talkn Clix yoga bags.
Oh, dude, that would be badass.
Red, white, and Clix yoga bags.
Dude.
Yeah.
And the custom maps we designed that's based on the armory that we're playing at.
Yeah.
I will have paper and neoprene maps available.
Oh, I'm picking up one of those neoprenes. Don't you worry. So the one from the last red, white Clix, I totally picked that. I just like I know I can't play it in a tournament, but believe it or not, I played that map probably, at least a dozen times just in casual play because it's fun, right? And you can, and it lays flat, and your dice roll on it, and they don't clackety clack all over the place, and you don't have all the creases that are in a paper map. Or neoprene's just the way to go.
Okay, you want to do our shameless plugs yet, Wes?
Let me finish Mark Bird's questions real quick.
Okay.
Oh.
Mark Bird from Australia, also former guest of the show. Which Heroclix set did you go deepest into buying? And did you get what you were hoping to get?
Who deepest into buy? Because I go, yeah.
I'll go Dark Phoenix Saga. I feel like I bought 5 cases.
Deadpool Weapon X for me, and I still didn't get everything.
So that's a hard one. I would either say Xavier School, because I went pretty deep. I went deep into that. But the X-Men Dark Phoenix Saga, I think I bought 3 cases, right? Because I wanted everything.
Yeah, I bought 5 cases. I still didn't pull a Wingard. I had to go buy that separate.
Oh no, I actually pulled him in the pre-release.
Wow.
So
see, I pulled the Storm Prime, the big one, in a pre-release.
Yeah. She's still good. The Storm Prime with the Shadow King one.
Yes.
Yeah.
That thing was... pulled that in a pre-release, and then it took forever to get a second one.
So I in the BR I pulled the Dark Phoenix too.
Good Lord, man, you pull good.
Oh, dude, I was that set. I'm telling you, I think the only piece I had to buy was
Eugene Torbett Wittersbane.
God, that guy was horrible. I'm trying to think. I think the Magneto 100 I had to buy.
The Savage Land one?
Yeah.
Oh man, I would play that piece so much. That piece helps me when I'm training people on threat analysis.
Yeah.
Okay, what are you going to take off the board? It's a really good training piece just to have the newer people trying to figure out what they need to take out.
Yeah.
Or what is the linchpin that makes the team go? You're Gauntlet Spider-Man, you're coming with me to the Savage Land for 3 turns, sir. We're not having that. You're Ghost Rider 48? Nah, we're not having that. Come with me to the Savage Land.
Yeah.
That's right. I would love to have that back in Modern. What is one thing you're looking forward to the most about Lantern Legacy?
So I'm not a DC guy. I usually, when it comes to the DC sets, maybe buy a brick. The only reason I buy a brick is because the DC set is always overpowered. But I think that Animal Man looks really cool. Be interesting how he plays with the Masters of Time set because of the animal keyword. So I think that's probably what I'm interesting to see. Because even on that Masters of Time set, that Animal Man, which was a common or uncommon, was ridiculous. Especially if you got him in a BR.
He hit hard in a BR.
He is gonna hurt you.
I feel like this Animal Man is gonna be heralded. I don't know if it's a herald or whatever, but I feel like he's gonna be attached to himself to be even better.
Well, and so I think he does have the herald keyword. So, and like you'll be able to play him in Silver Age if they keep the gods when they retire the Black Panther set. So that'll be the other interesting piece since they still allow modern in Silver Age. 50% of your build.
Yeah, I'm with you. Like, I'm primarily a DC guy or a Marvel guy, and so I know almost nothing about the Lantern and the legacy behind it all. And I wasn't around for War of Light, so I don't have that nostalgia for that. But I do love the rings and what they do, so I'm all about the equipment in the set. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, that's the main reason why I buy a brick, to see if I get any rings. So
I feel like the legacy cards for the batteries are not going to be as valuable or as viable as people are hoping they are.
No.
You have to get it at a specific spot on its dial to make it do the stuff you want it to do, and it's not going to be that easy, I don't think.
So Mark's last question is: someone has been convinced to start Heroclix, and they ask you what they should buy. What do you suggest to get them started on the plastic crack habit?
So it really kind of matters. So for me, it's about what you like. So I'll lean them towards, like, especially if they like comics or even MCU or DCU, whatever it is, I'll lean them towards that modern piece. So they can buy the boosters, maybe get the character that they like that may not play well, but at least they have like the character they like, right? Like Wes, if you have a Deadpool, you're happy to have a Deadpool regardless if he sucks or not, right?
Like the exclusive that they just previewed, that Deadpool looks terrible.
Both of them.
Yeah.
No, the Batman sculpt looks good. The Deadpool.
No, there's two Deadpools.
I seen the one with the wiener.
Okay, there's also one of him sitting and reading a book. They took off the cover of the one of the Deadpool sets where it looks like he's in a smoking jacket and he's reading a book.
Yeah,
it's a total support piece. 50 points.
So that's the thing, right? Like, so you at least get them something that they like, so they can start thinking about the game, and then also, because this plastic crack habit I have, I like usually bring them in like my numerous doubles and start helping them build a team out of that, and then let them keep it, right? Like, this is now yours. This is your crack habit now. So
I do the exact same thing.
Yeah, I like to like share with new players, especially because you're coming in. Like, I'll be like, hey, all of this is modern. Here's a case of 6 of this and 6 of those and 6 of these. All different stuff, and there's usually like an SR or 2 in there, and whatever, right? Like, I unfortunately do not play this to make money. I don't have that kind of time. So I typically give away like pricey pieces if I already have one. I don't need 2.
Yeah, I remember when we came and played at your house for a cookout one day, and before you left, you brought up like huge boxes of just miscellaneous stuff. You had all categorized and organized, but you're like, guys, take this crap. Just take all of it.
Yeah, if you need pieces, like, and I've got it, I'm gonna give it to you. right? I just it's I play again the community, right? I enjoy the game, but
So,
I'm not a I don't try to be a hoarder.
speaking of games, do you play fantasy football?
So I played fantasy football for about 3 or 4 years. But what I found is like in my free time, I'm trying to make trades and build my team for that coming up week. And I was like, you know what? I completely have cut out like a lot of my distractions, right? So it's my life is literally like family, whatever they have going on, and with two juniors, it's a lot. Work and really Heroclix. That's it. That is my time. That's it.
Well, Scott says that you can't beat him in fantasy football.
Oh, really? I'm, that's probably true because I don't play. I haven't played in 2 years.
Look, I'm very beatable in fantasy football. I've won. I've been playing for roughly, I don't know, since like '93.
Mm.
But before the computers were out and
Right.
we did all the stuff there, we were doing it Monday morning newspapers trying to tally our stats.
Oh yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah.
um, I've been playing fantasy football for a long time. I may have won 4 times, maybe 5. I don't know. But we're doing a fantasy football league for Talkn Clix. It's free to join. We are doing the draft the Tuesday before the season starts. If you outrank me at the end of the season, I will mail you a booster of the newest product. Products on me,
Dang.
shipping's on me. All you got to do is outrank me at the end of the season.
Yeah, you guys got to put that out. You got to get that out in the public.
We got 6 spots left, so it's
Yeah.
just been kind of word of mouth talking about it on the show.
Okay.
On top of that, we are doing a big giveaway once Lantern Legacy is in our hands. We are super happy that we finally hit 100 subscribers on the show. So we're going to do a giveaway of a brick on a live stream. And we have Spirit of Vengeance with card and figure. And we have a Cookie Quartet. I just got a unicorn
Unicorn.
that we're going to give away. And then if I can get anything else between now and then, we'll give that stuff away too. So I'll be watching for a live stream coming up that we're going to do a bunch of giveaways to celebrate our 100 subscribers.
So, is the brick going to be open so they see what they're getting, or is it just going to
Yes.
be a
We're,
sealed
we're
brick?
going to open it on live stream so they see what they're getting, and then I'll mail them the
The contents.
contents. Yeah.
So I know that the Spirit of Vengeance is it was a hot topic at the CCO the other day. There was a few Spirit of Vengeance teams being ran, and there was guys like, man, I need that, I need that, I need that. So
Oh yeah.
I'm like, here, listen to our show. I gave them some more tokens that I stickered out. I'm supposed to be shipping to West, but I'm like, no, I'm going to take some of these over here to
there you
the.
go.
So they had some new players show up to the event that have never been to a competitive event. So got some ears and eyes out in Waco. Hopefully, I don't know if y'all know where Waco is. It's the David Koresh place.
Yep.
Yeah. In Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On top of
It's
that, we
too bad.
have.
Waco's actually a nice area too.
I've heard it's
it got
nice down
kinda
there, yeah.
stuck with that.
On top of that, we have a Printify account where I have a lot of merchandise you can purchase, and the proceeds will go to help pay for the pricing for Red, White, and Clicks. After Red, White, and Clicks, we're going to be starting up the Patreon account. So if you want to be a subscriber on our Patreon, I'm going to be doing a monthly giveaway for anybody that's a subscriber on our Patreon account. And then we have Red, White, and Clicks. It's a passion project of mine. I'm really trying to get close to 100 players. I know it's asking a lot, but I think top 16 get a brick, and all the other pricing that I'm giving away, $30 to play is not asking a lot. And then we're gonna have all these other events. We're gonna hot clicks and the team roulette that Scott designed, and all kinds of great stuff. John Hoffner, who sponsors our show, is 3D printing his ass off He's got 800 custom red, white, and Clix tokens he's made. He's making deity bases and neoprene maps and carrying cases, custom carrying cases, all kinds of stuff. So
Look, I need you to get off of him so he can print my stuff that I've been.
yeah, I'm a real sweatshop driver. I'm not as bad as Ryan Redmond over on Degeneration Clix with their six and a half hour episode. But yeah, that was a marathon listen. But yeah, we got a lot of stuff going on, so make sure you check out all of our stuff. Make sure you come to Red, White, and Clix. It's going to be an awesome time. Grover, did you have fun last year?
I had a blast. And like the biggest thing is people need to understand, like, this is for charity, right? It's impactful for the community. And though the game is super fun, but the really thing is the impact on the lives that you can change by coming and playing your favorite game, right?
Yep. The charity that we supported last year put out that just since January, they have intervened in 28 suicide attempts of veterans in the area. So 20 people are alive today because we helped support an organization that intervened before they did anything. So it's real world, tangible things that you can impact in the community. So, but it is a great time on top of that. Like after that event, I got so much feedback.
We lost Grover. Oh, there he is.
Back. Here I am. Sorry.
I was just saying that we got a lot of positive feedback of how much fun everybody had last year. So I'm doubling down, trying to make it better and bigger this year. So,
well, I will tell you, there's through the Roomant network that Wizkids thinks you're onto something, especially since you had such a great turnout last year. So even though they can't support it directly because of their licensing, they're happy that this has been successful. I think anytime you tie our game to charity, it really brings out the community and brings out the players.
I hope so. But that's been our shameless plugs of all the various stuff we got going on.
All right, I got a couple questions before we hit that questionnaire.
Absolutely.
Is there a proper way to open a booster?
Yeah, from the bottom.
No.
Knife or
no.
Push the tape in?
No. So you gotta clear the little tape piece.
Just push it in.
Open it and then slide it out, because then if you're at a BR or something, then you can slide it back in and close it, and that way the pieces don't get broken or torn up.
No.
I am completely different when I'm at a BR. I want to take everything out so those guys don't have to struggle with it. I'm going to take every one of them out. I'm going to put it back in the tray. Here you go. I'm nice enough to take them all loose because some of those guys are hard to fight out.
Well, yeah. Well, so I don't like BRs that you rotate. I like, here's your booster, play.
Oh.
So it's sealed.
Yep. Sealed.
It's just one sealed booster and have at it, brah.
Yeah.
All right. My next question before the questionnaire: if you have 2d6, you're gonna have a crit hit or a crit miss.
Crit hit.
Yeah, I just showed you how to do it with the Hellfire Gala.
Yeah, crit hit.
So you are currently in Alabama, but you are from
Indiana.
And do you want to shout out your home venue where you play?
Well, so right now we play at the Confetti Connection with Keith.
Hey, we've heard of that place.
Yeah. Which is, it's crazy, right? So it's this bakery and sandwich shop that makes really good baked goods and sandwiches, but then there's a whole wall that is like Heroclix. It's absolutely wild.
Are you part of a team?
So I don't know if you call us a team. But we do have some standard players that are regulars, right? So it's like myself, Brandon, Joe, Keith, and then Sam, who's back from DC now. And then we've got really one, two, three, four that are also pretty regular. So there's about 9 of us that regularly play there.
Do you have a private chat with them?
Yes.
Do you chat almost daily?
Yes.
Text wise.
Did I design a T-shirt for you?
Yes.
Do y'all cooperate on team build / design output for whatever game y'all are coming up with?
Yes.
You're on a team. You may not have a name. You may not be official. You're on a team.
What is the team called on the shirt that I designed for you?
The Heroclix.
Yes. So I don't know how everybody on that team doesn't want to shout it out. I designed a shirt for you guys. Heroclix.
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, like it's a play on words. Like Apocalypse, which is an awesome X-Men villain / anti-hero now, I guess. But then you take out it's Apocalypse. It's awesome. I love it. Amazing. Crushing the Heroclix.
One last question about your military career before we move on is, since you enlisted later in life, you weren't an 18-year-old kid. Did you ever have the shaved crew cut, or were you already bald?
No, I actually had a full head of hair up until I went to basic officer leadership course. And then I was like, it's not, like, some parts were growing long, and I was like, you know what? I'm done paying for haircuts. I never went back.
I have this, and I still don't pay for haircuts.
Unfortunately, I was having to pay for a haircut like every 2 weeks. And I'm like,
I shave this. My wife will shave this for me, or I used to shave it myself.
I shave this myself every morning.
Well, I appreciate you getting a haircut before you came on the show.
Yeah.
You want y'all scraggly.
When my dad enlisted, he went to basic training. They shaved his head once. It just never grew back.
Yes, so they shaved my head at basic, but I still had hair up to here, and I just started getting thin though, like back here. Yep. And I was like, no, I'm done. Took it all off.
Scott, do you have anything else before we move on?
No, I think I'm good. I got most of my personal questions that I like asking. Like, I may never get another vote in one of these future questions coming up, but I got more bottoms than you do. Just saying. I open a booster.
All right. So, Grover, you've listened to our show before. You know that on Talkn Clix, we call the Clix questionnaire. You're very popular in the community. Everybody knows your name. The audience has been listening to you for the last hour and 18 minutes, but they don't really know Grover. They aren't inside your head and really know you inside and out. I have a scientifically proven questionnaire to let the community know who you are. Are you brave enough to answer these questions?
Yeah.
Pineapple on pizza.
He's saying, bring it home. He's not quite doing the... It's close.
No knife hands.
There you go. Brave man. Pineapple on pizza.
Do what?
Pineapple on pizza. Yes or no?
No.
You don't like warm pineapple?
Sweet or savory, the two don't mix. Except in kettle corn. That's
okay, there's exceptions. What was your first concert?
AC/DC, Market Square Arena. It's in the Guinness Book of World Records.
New MREs or the old MREs?
Old MREs.
Yes.
Coffee or tea?
Coffee. I do coffee in the morning. Like I like iced tea throughout the day. So I don't know.
One
Hot
superhero
tea is only for special occasions.
One superhero that you wish was real. Not a team, not the X-Men, just one hero.
Nightcrawler.
He would be kind of creepy.
God, it'd be
Is
freaking awesome.
is water wet?
Yes. Water is wet and it holds memory.
Holds memory.
Yeah. That's for the people that watch Disney movies. They'll get it.
If you build a 300 modern team right now, what's the first piece you're reaching for?
Right now, yeah, it's that old King Thor. I think people are sleeping on him because of his like. You gotta check out his pulse wave too. It's devastating.
It's good.
He's pricey, but
It's kind of like what Deathstroke was.
Do what?
Kind of like what Deathstroke was.
Yeah.
Pricey, but it was very effective.
Yeah, and he's hard to kill because if you put the goat with him, when the goat dies, he gives 3 clicks back to old King Thor. So then he goes boop boop boop, and then you've scored 50 points.
All right. What is your favorite power in Heroclix, and what are the top 5 powers you must have on a build?
Leadership is number 1.
Crutch.
I am a prob guy.
Possibilities, not prob.
Much as possible. I do not focus on Outwit, but Outwit should be on there. I think based on variables, you should always have at least 1 perplex. And believe it or not, now I think super strength is very critical in current gameplay, where it was not for about
20 years.
Yeah, I was going to say a decade, but
so right. I already know that you're going kind of right in Clix. That's usually my next question is if you're coming or not. So I'm going to switch it up to who is the highest ranked public official that you have met with?
I mean, I was just with the Undersecretary of Defense on Wednesday.
Wow.
You didn't try and get him to play Heroclix?
No, we were talking technology. So.
Do you have a worst first date you would like to share? You can always pass.
A worst first date? Because like usually I'm a deal sealer when I was dating, so
he already answered this question. It's basic training.
There was no dating in basic training.
No, that was your first date with them. You're like, oh my god, this is terrible.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't know. In retrospect, day 1 sucked, but by the end you were like, I fucking accomplished something.
Yes.
Who was your crush when you were younger? Celebrity crush.
Oh,
no
matters what age. My first one in elementary school was Dolly Parton.
Let me rephrase the question.
Okay.
If you were a bar of soap, whose celebrity shower would you want to be in?
Currently or then?
Then,
yeah, still Dolly Parton.
Okay. I'm taking that question over, Wes. It's just gonna be that. All right. The Joker has captured Wes and I, and you can only save one of us.
Well, I've got to say Wes. I've known him so long.
That's another one for you, Wes. It's like 1 to 8 now.
You can have a factory set of any set you want throughout the history of Heroclix. Which one are you asking for?
He's a Teen Titans fan. He's going to take Teen Titans.
Well, no. I think I'm... Can I have one that's not out yet?
Yep.
Yeah, then I want... If I could get a factory set of the new X-Men 97, I think that'd be phenomenal.
I kind of saw one coming.
All right, this one's going to be difficult. 5 words. Describe the rest of your life.
Fun. Adventurous. 5 words? Fun,
That's
adventurous.
5 words was 2 more.
Right? I would have to say kind, and I would have to say eventful. And then I'd close it out with
Family.
yeah, like my adaptive family, adaptive and adoptive.
All right, so the three of us are not married in this fantasy world. We're going on a group date, the three of us, with the Gotham girls. You get to decide which one of us is paired with which girl. Your options are Harley Quinn,
Why you
Poison
gotta go with
Ivy.
the other girl? Why can't we be going with the X-Men today?
I don't know all the X Men girls. Okay, we got Mystique, Jean Grey, who's somebody else?
Rogue.
Rogue.
Well, I'm gonna take Mystique.
Mystique, you get all of them. You can't have Mystique.
Right, that's why I'm gonna take Mystique.
It's gonna have to be like Jean Grey, Rogue, Storm, Psylocke.
Ooh, Psylocke.
Ooh. If Psylocke and Storm are in the mix, that's a tough one. Like, which one of you likes redheads? You can have Jean Grey.
I'll
and
pass.
And if I think I would take Storm, and Wes, you could have Psylocke.
All right.
I get Rogue. All right.
Yeah.
You're up, Scott.
All right. What is your favorite season?
My favorite season is fall.
You get to take two players to play in a Team World Championship sealed event. Who are you taking with you?
Oh, so I think we're doing Team World Sealed, and I think it is going to be me, Brandon, and Sam, unless Joe wants to jump in. But it'll probably be me, Brandon, and Sam will be our world teams.
Have you done world teams before?
I've not actually gone to Worlds before.
Okay. May I give you some advice?
Please.
You and whoever your team is, y'all need to break down the set that's going to be used for Worlds and make tiers separately. And then compare and contrast y'all's set or y'all's breakdown on who thinks what is where, and then know how to build what teams around it in the set. Y'all have, roughly a month to figure out. You're not going to know brick correlation very well. But you'll have an idea of what you want to play with and what they want to play with, and then how to build the teams. Because when they say open, it's going to seem like you pulled out that last tray, and they're like, teams are due.
Yeah.
So one guy's got to start breaking the stuff apart. One guy's looking for whatever list y'all have mentally in y'all's heads. And like, oh, hey, here's Kyle Rayner, Blue Lantern. Here's Kyle Rayner, Green Lantern. That way y'all have some idea to start making it work. And it works a little fast trying to get it done that way. So y'all definitely need to have some group chats on y'all's specific breakdowns on the set.
Yeah, we've got to.
I mean, you can't have everyone picking all the rares as their best pieces. You have to have each delineation of
Right,
rare.
you've got to balance it between the three. So I got to play teams with PJ and Chris at Nationals, and that was with the Masters of Time last year at Gen Con. And it's we were not we didn't build our teams very we didn't balance them well.
Okay, the other thing that if y'all have one of the three of y'all that are the better builder of the group, if y'all don't have the time to do the chat amongst yourselves, one guy build the teams.
Right. Yeah, so I think that's what we did when I did it last year with PJ and Chris is that PJ he just built, like, we were unloading and PJ was building the team.
If you don't know how your teammates play, like if you like a little complex team and somebody likes a defensive shell, then that's going to be the issues if someone else is building the teams for you. They won't know your play style.
Yeah. So that's the one good thing I think about, like, this year going to play, because Brandon, he loves to look at the different team builds He knows that I mean, I'm pretty aggressive player. And when it comes to Sam, he is more of a complex, high level of sequencing teams. So I think we'll be very balanced this year.
Awesome. Good luck. All right. Who
Thank
played the
you.
best Batman and Bruce Wayne?
No. We're going to switch this up today. We're going to keep it with the X-Men theme.
All right.
Which is the better X-Men team? The OG Patrick Stewart team or the new X-Men team with the first class?
Oof. I'd have to say the first class. Just because
Really?
they bring in the Hellfire Club.
I did not see that coming.
I think I preferred the X-Men Magneto in first class. I do like the old one, but I prefer the first class version of Magneto.
Yeah. Though I'm an X-Men fan, I'm not a fan of Cyclops, even though the guy that played him in the original series was the perfect asshole dick leader that Cyclops is. So, but the black leather was a little over the top.
Come on, you didn't like him in Hop or Sonic?
It's just a lot. Oh.
All right, so which A-Team member would you like to hang out with?
Mr. T. Hannibal would be my second. Then probably Faceman, then Murdoch.
What is your biggest Heroclix superstition?
Oh, so I always, before I roll, I turn both of my dice to where the sixes are up before I start shaking them and then roll them.
Mathematically speaking, a 5 and a 2 up top should be the wins that you have up top.
Yeah, it's not like they're gonna lay it on sixes.
I know. I'm just saying. I believe that there's been some research done on what your dice should show on top whenever you're trying to roll it to get a result higher than 7. All right, last question. We have a few clues on this one. I'm about ready to ask for another clue from Wes, but I don't want to mess up his thought process now. He's trying to project for you.
I see
We
that.
have a 3-digit number. The second digit is equal to or greater than the first digit. What number is Wes thinking of?
I'll give you a hint. So
No. Let me ask a question. Are any of the numbers in the sequence the same?
yes.
Okay. But the first number
is equal
the
to.
second number is equal to or greater than the first.
Yes.
Okay. And there's 3 numbers, right? So, and they're all different?
Don't know that yet.
Oh.
No. 2 of them are the same. We know
2
this.
of them are the same.
At least 2 of them are the same.
Okay. At least 2. But this one has to be equal to or greater than this one.
Yes. We're creating a logic problem here.
So I'm gonna say 1-1-1.
No.
Damn.
You are not the winner.
Well, Grover, you have survived the Clix questionnaire. Now the entire Clix community, all 105 subscribers, know you inside and out. How does it feel?
It's great. It's awesome. It's awesome.
Grover, it's been awesome talking to you. You were one of my favorite people in Heroclix. The first time we met was same event I met Wes Summers at, and you guys both made me feel so welcome to the community. And I had so much fun at that event that's what kept me going into where I'm at now. So you are a huge contributor to the person that I am today in the Clix community anyway. So thank you very much.
Well, Wes, I'm happy to have you here still.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for getting to do this so I could get on the show.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
How high is your security clearance?
Do what?
How high is your security clearance?
I have a top secret with the SCI component with additional caveats, as well as a counterintelligence polygraph.
Wow. Have you ever taken any top secret documents home with you?
No. No. So real soldiers, we go to jail for that.
Yeah.
We don't have things that we can hide behind. We literally go to jail.
Well, it's been awesome talking to you, Grover. Thank you so much for everything you do, both in the military and civilians, and helping out with Red and Clix. Putting us in that venue is what made it happen. I was struggling to find a venue with the right size, and you called me up and said, "Hey, I got this idea for you," and it's been awesome. So thank you so much for all that.
Oh, you're welcome. I also like a nice place to play, and I know Dan really likes Dan Powell likes the bathrooms there, so
yeah,
he'll definitely be up, from Kentucky.
How many deployments have you had?
Like combat deployments, 2.
Well, thank you for all that too. I've been there, so I know. So thank you for doing all that. Do you have any final thoughts for the community before we sign out?
Nope, just keep rolling dice. Eventually, you will hit a crit hit.
Hellfire Gala, Power Gym.
All right, Scott, you got your final thoughts ready?
I got my final thoughts ready.
All right, let's see it.
Computer, display a terrified fat child who won't come out of the bushes on screen. Enhance. Enhance.
That's awesome. Well, gentlemen, this has been Talkn Clix. As always, it's just a delight to talk to you guys. Almost every time we record, I am tired from the day. I'm just like, oh, do I really want to do this? It's late at night for me. And then I start talking, I get energized, and I just love talking to you guys. Love Talkn Clix. You guys are a couple of my best friends, so thank you for giving me something to look forward to.
Absolutely. Thank you, because I was struggling today. It's been a rough day.
Yeah. Well, this has been Talkn Clix, everybody. Looking forward to seeing everybody at Red, White, and Clix in November. $30 buy-in for a 300 modern. The other prices are listed, but they are discounted from what I originally posted. Amazing pricing across the board. It's going to be a great event, a lot of fun. Just come on out. So everybody out there in Heroclix, as always,
keep on
clixing. Have a good night.
Good night.
Johnny, catch! Oh no! Let's tell Mom it was Billy's mistake.
You're making the mistake.
Flint!
Anyone can have an accident, but lying makes it worse.
But Mom will be upset.
She'll be even more upset if you lie. And how would you feel if Billy got punished? Face up to what you've done. Don't take the easy way out.
We'll tell her we did it.
Remember, it's better to tell the truth.
And that's no lie. Now we know.
And knowing is half the battle.
G.I. Joe!
Major Grover Smith. Always on the grind, killer smile that shines, infectious every time. Army life, he's a pimp, moves like a pro, playing Heroclix a dice roll. Let's go, promotion on the line for the kids he's got. Loves the X-Men moves, never misses a spot. Focus strategy with Wespool, keeping it tight. Missing link by his side, ready for the fight. Always keep pimping in the Army's crew. Grover's got the heart, keeps the kids in view.